June 23, 1985, 31,000 feet above the North Atlantic, Air India Flight 182 was on its final leg toward London Heathrow. On board were 329 people, families, children returning for summer holidays, and a crew nearing the end of their long transatlantic journey. At 7:14 a.m. UTC, the silence was shattered. Without warning, the Emperor Kanishka vanished from radar screens off the coast of Ireland. Shannon Control saw the signal merge and then blink out. There was no distress call, just a haunting, empty space where a giant had been. The disintegration was instantaneous. The world was left with only questions and the debris of a flight that never arrived. Retrieving the black boxes from a depth of nearly 7,000 feet was a feat of engineering essential to uncovering the truth. A massive recovery operation began. The task was grim, as investigators fought the elements to find the remains of those lost. Only 132 bodies were ever recovered. The remaining 197 were claimed by the sea. The docks of Cork became a staging area for the heart-wrenching task of identification, a scene of profound grief for the arriving families. To understand the why, we must look at the political unrest in India and the 1984 raid on the Golden Temple. The fallout of Operation Blue Star galvanized extremist groups abroad, setting a tragic chain of events in motion. In Vancouver, 2 men checked in luggage for connecting flights, luggage they themselves would never board. The men, using fictitious names, manipulated the system. Their bags were loaded, but their seats remained empty. The plot involved 2 bombs, one destined for Flight 182 and another for Flight 301, which detonated early in Tokyo. The Narita blast killed 2 baggage handlers. It was only a calculation error in time zones that prevented a second mid-air disaster. Security lapses were catastrophic. A warning beep on an explosives detector was ignored, allowing the fatal bag to pass. The operator, untrained on the equipment, let the suitcase through. It was a single fatal mistake in a long line of errors. The investigation was the most expensive in Canadian history, searching for forensic clues in the shattered wreckage. Pathologists found flail pattern injuries on the victims, indicating the violent disintegration of the aircraft at high altitude. The trail led to Inderjit Singh Rayat, the only person ever convicted for the deadliest mass murder in Canadian history. The alleged mastermind, Talwinder Singh Parmar, fled to India, where he was killed before he could face trial in Canada. The legal battle lasted nearly 20 years. It was a test for the Canadian justice system that left many frustrated. With millions spent, the main suspects were acquitted. The lack of definitive justice remains a wound that never truly heals. For the families, the struggle for truth has lasted decades. An entire generation of children and parents was lost. People like Lada Pada and Sushil Gupta turned their grief into a quest for answers, ensuring the victims were never forgotten. In Ireland, near where the plane went down, a memorial stands as a silent sentinel for the lives cut short. 329 names, each one a story ended in an instant, each one a hole in the heart of a family. Canada finally recognized the disaster as a national tragedy, a hard-learned lesson in the necessity of vigilance. The Kanishka project was established from this tragedy, aimed at preventing such a cascading series of errors from ever happening again. As the shadow of the sundial moves, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the strength of those who remember. As the sun sets on the Atlantic, we remember those who never made it home. We remember Flight 182, a tragedy that changed aviation forever, a story of loss, and a call to never forget.